So can we talk about how just, I want to say disrespectful all of this Z power is? So you guys know the past couple days we've been getting, these 30 Z power things for the new Turles, 30 Z power every day. And you can get up to 500 Z power for the Turles, which would be fine if you didn't not only need him, but also need him at 5 stars, right? So here's my problem with them making it a 5-star requirement. I actually wouldn't have that big a problem with it if it was just you need to have Turles, because multi-Z power in general can't be used on units you don't have. So, that's fine. But my main issue is not only can this multi-Z power only be used on Turles, it can only be used on him if you have him at 5 stars or higher, which means they expected you, because you get 500 Z power. 500 Z power is not a small amount of Z power. I think they expected you to be able to use it, and that's why they're giving you so much, which means to them, in their brain, they expected everyone to have not only summoned on the banner and pulled Turles, but pulled him twice. Because since 999, pulling him twice will get you to 5 instead of 4. First of all, with what crystals? Since that banner came out, I've gotten 400 crystals max since that banner came out. With what crystals did you expect anyone to be able to summon with? The only way that anyone who doesn't put money into the game is going to get this Turles is if they either spent the 1,000 crystals they may have actually had and got extremely lucky and pulled him twice, or they have the best luck in the world and have gotten him twice through summoning through daily discounts and those garbage summon tickets, which are just normal single summons but free, I guess. But the amount of luck required to get him twice through single summons is ridiculous, and I'd say maybe 1% of free-to-play players will actually manage to accomplish that. So at the end of the day, all of this Z power just sitting in my present box that'll go away in less than a week is doing nothing but actively rewarding people for putting money into the game as if they're the ones that need the Z power. Yeah, it's cool and all, but sure. You know what? Sure. I'm sure Goresh really needs this 500 Z power. With him sitting pretty at an 11-star Turles, I'm pretty sure he needs that Z power far more than people like me who don't even have the crystals to even attempt to summon for him, lest I, waste what little bit I have and be screwed when something else comes out. Free-to-play players don't actually need the Z power, mainly because they'll never pull the unit anyway. So I guess at the end of the day, it makes sense. You wouldn't want to target your multi-Z power towards the free-to-play players because they won't pull the damn unit anyway. Yeah, sure, why not? Target it towards the paid players that will likely get him to 14 stars just because they can. I don't get that, but fine. If that's your angle, I wish they would just outright tell you that they don't want free-to-play players to exist. Because, like I said, this is actively punishing you for not putting money into the game. There's no incentive here to try and put money into the game, because if you have the money to put into the game, you wouldn't need this goddamn Z power. That's the thing I'm struggling with. They give you so much Z power, but they target the Z power to the demographic that doesn't need it. And it blows my mind. If I had the money to throw into your damn game, why would I need your Z power? It's the people who may have gotten really lucky and pulled him one time that need the Z power, not the people who spent $400 and have pulled him 10 times that need your damn Z power. If it had been a thing where, it could only be used on Turles, but you had to pull him once, fine, okay? That's how multi-Z power works. Again, like I said earlier, you can't use Z power on a unit you don't, well, you can't use multi-Z power on a unit you don't frickin' have. But I feel like if they were gonna put this 5-star requirement there, it should have just been normal multi-Z power. It should have just been, I guess since it looks like the Sparking Z power, it should have just been normal Sparking Z power with that 5-star or higher requirement. I don't know why they had to specifically make it for Turles, knowing that most people, even if they could summon on the banner, likely wouldn't. The banner's not great. It's easily the best of the 3 Legends Risings we've gotten the past month. Without question, in terms of the entire banner as a whole, it is by far the best. The Goku and Pikkon one was bad, and the Goku and Vegeta one is without question the worst banner in this game's history. So I mean, that banner's okay. If you really want to summon on it, it wouldn't be that bad of an idea. But with what crystals? This game has the audacity to expect you to summon and doesn't give you anything to summon with. And then they want to throw this thing at you that basically tells you if you want it, you have to pay for it. This multi-Z power is basically you have to pay for it. Simply because they wanted to put the new Turles at a 5-star requirement for it. It should have just been normal Sparking Z power for 5-star or higher units. I would have, had some reservations about that, but everyone has at least one 5-star Sparking unit. Like, at least one. There has to be at least one Sparking unit in someone's box that they could chuck that Z power into. So at the end of the day, it wouldn't be that bad. But you can't force someone to pay for something or have an abhorrent amount of luck. Again, your odds of pulling Turles twice through single summons is so ungodly low. People are gonna do it. There are probably people who have Turles at 7 stars just through daily discounts. I understand that. But that's a very, 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 very small percentage of people. I don't know. I find the Z power to just be, at this point, disrespectful because it's all going to go away. It's not like we can hoard this Z power and save it for when, maybe we eventually pull Turles. No, multi-Z power doesn't even stay in your box for a full week. They don't even have the decency to let it stay in your box for a month like everything else does. Multi-Z power doesn't even last 7 days, let alone 30. So, it's just a giant slap in the face to anyone who doesn't put money into the game. And it's really off-putting, I've got to say. I never thought I would be complaining this much about free multi-Z power, but this multi-Z power is garbage. And it only benefits people who don't even need it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't really think Goresh needs that multi-Z power more than me or any other free-to-play player, but apparently he does, because that's the type of person this multi-Z power is targeted towards, people like him. And it makes no goddamn sense. Whatever. I guess if you actually manage to have a 5-star Turles, congratulations, you are, part of the maybe 5% of free-to-play players that can actually use this multi-Z power. And to the free-to-play players who really wanted Turles, got him one time and were really happy about it, sorry to, sorry to spit on your parade, but pulling him once wasn't good enough. You're gonna have to pull him again. Anyway, I just felt like talking about it. That's about it. If you enjoyed this video, do make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see all of you inmates back here at the asylum for the next video. Peace.